Welcome guys. So if you've been coaching for 5, 10 or 15 years and you're still trying to figure out content on your own, then this video is for you. Because the problem isn't that you don't know enough, the problem is you're trying to solve a partnership problem without a course. So before we get into it, if you're a fitness coach who wants to build a content system that actually works, hit subscribe. I post weekly videos on content strategy, camera confidence and building a brand that matches your expertise. Subscribe now so you don't miss them. Let's get into it. Let me explain what I mean. So most established coaches I speak to have bought the courses, watched the masterclasses, downloaded the freebies, they know what a content pillar is, they understand their algorithm, sort of, and they've got Canva templates sitting in a folder somewhere. If this sounds familiar, keep watching. And yet, you're still not posting consistently, still not showing up with confidence, still feeling like content is this massive weight on your shoulders. And why is that? Because a course gives you the information, but they don't give you the implementation. They don't sit next to you when you're filming and say, "That it was good, post it." They don't notice when your messaging is a little bit off and help you fix it before you even started filming. And they don't hold you accountable when life gets busy and your content starts to fall off a little bit. So here's the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. And for established coaches, people with the experience, with clients, with businesses to run, that gap is massive because you don't have time to figure it all out yourself. You need someone who can look at your business, your audience and your goals and go, okay, here's a system that'll work for you and it'll help you out. Not hand you a PDF and say, good luck. That's the difference between a course and a partner. A course is just transactional and you buy it, you consume it, and then you're on your own. Whereas a partnership is transformational. You're working with someone who's invested in your outcome, who shows up every single week without fail, who adjusts the plan when things change. And that's what you need when you're running a business. Something that changes to your plan, not the other way around. So what does working with a content partner actually look like? Let me break it down. Clarity on your message. Most coaches know what they do, but they struggle to communicate it in a way that actually connects. A content partner helps you get crystal clear on your niche, your ideal client, and what makes you different. So every piece of content reinforces that. A system fits your life. It's not a template designed for someone with 10 hours a week to spare. It's a system built around your schedule, your energy, your business, something that you can actually maintain long term. And accountability that actually sticks as well. And it also helps to have someone on weekly check-ins with you, someone asking, did you actually do that post? Did you film it? And expecting an answer. Someone noticing when you've got a little bit quiet on socials and pulling you back on track. That's what makes the difference between a system that works for a week and a system that works for a year. It builds your confidence and it helps you maintain visibility online. This is the bit that most coaches skip entirely. The mindset work, the camera confidence, learning to post 70% video instead of waiting for the perfect time to post. A content partner walks you through that, not just teaches you about it. A content partner actually walks you through that and doesn't just teach you about it and how to do it, they actually make sure it gets done. And the feedback to you, what can make it better. Not just, that's a great job, but honest, constructive feedback. And that's what I always do with my clients on what's working and what's not. Someone will tell you the truth when your messaging is off, when your hook is weak, when you're playing it too safe, and pushing you that little bit further than you feel comfortable with. Here's how you know if you're someone who actually needs a partner rather than just a course. Sign 1. You've got the knowledge, but not the implementation. You could probably teach a course on content pillars at this point. You know the theory, but knowing and doing are two different things. And if you consume plenty of content about content, you're still not posting consistently. Information is not your problem. Sign 2. You start strong, but you can't sustain it. And you've set off out the gate far too fast. You've got good runs on socials with posting, maybe a month where you posted regularly, then life just got so busy, a client needed extra support, something else came up, and your content just kind of dropped off a cliff. If your pattern is a stop-start, you definitely need accountability, not another template or another course. And sign 3. You're an established coach, not a beginner. If you've been coaching for 3, 5 or 10 plus years, you do not need someone teaching you the basics. You need someone who actually understands that you're running a real business with real clients and real responsibilities and constraints on your time. Someone who can meet you where you're at, not expecting you to fit into a mould that they've designed. Let me tell you about my client Rachel. Rachel came to me as an established coach. She specialises in fitness and skin health. She actually knows her stuff. She'd been coaching for years, had clients getting real results, but her content and her Instagram didn't reflect that. Now, don't get me wrong, she was posting, but posting inconsistently. Her messaging was very unclear. She wasn't sure how to communicate a unique angle. And she really struggled with confidence on camera as well, which really surprised me at the time. The idea of filming talking head reels or going on stories, speaking to camera made her want to just hide. She tried courses before and mentorships, downloaded the freebies, watched the masterclasses, and none of it had stuck. So when we started working together, first we got clear on her niche. Fitness and skin health is a unique positioning, but she wasn't communicating it clearly. We redefined her content pillars, her plan and her messaging so her ideal clients could actually find her. We then built a system around her actual life, not some fantasy schedule. A realistic plan she could actually maintain alongside running a successful coaching business. Now Rachel likes to use Trello boards and she's got plenty of ideas, but actually getting those on the grid was another challenge. So we worked on camera confidence, not by talking about it, but actually doing it. Filming practice videos, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, and first off starting with B-roll with a voiceover. Learning that 70% is good enough to post. We had regular check-ins and WhatsApp support every single week. So when life got busy, and it did, trust me, she moved countries, she didn't disappear. She had someone pulling her back on track. And she also had that extra support if she had any questions as well. Here's what she said after working together. Thank you again for all your help. I can honestly say, as a mentor, you have been personable. You step up and in on random times that you really shouldn't. You clearly care and want me to succeed and go that extra mile, which is lovely to hear. And here's what's changed for her. So she's now got a stronger niche, clarity, increased engagement and audience connection, greater on-camera confidence, for sure, practical systems that actually fit her schedule. And that's what a partnership delivers. It's not information, it's transformation. So, here's some questions you could ask yourself. If you're watching this and wondering whether you need a course or a partner, here are the questions I need you to ask yourself. Number 1, have I already consumed plenty of content about content? If that is a yes, more information probably isn't the answer. Number 2, do I struggle with implementation more than knowledge? If you know what to do, but you can't seem to do it consistently, you need accountability, not another module of learning. And number 3, I am an established coach with real-time constraints. If you've been doing this for years and you're busy with clients, you need someone who gets that and can build around it. Number 4, I have tried to build a system before, but it fell apart. If your history is start, stop, the missing piece is probably support, not the strategy. Number 5, do I struggle with confidence as much as strategy? If the mindset piece is holding you back, posting that 70% video, showing up before you feel ready, you need someone to walk you through that. And if you said yes to most of these, a partner is probably what you actually need right now. So here's my approach, and this is why I built my coaching the way I did. Inside the Content Boost coaching program in Elevate, you get 18 hours of one-to-one coaching support with me over 6 months. An in-person implementation and camera confidence day where we'll literally sit together and build your systems, film content, plan it out, set up your scripts, go through your filming setup, everything you need to practically succeed online. A professional photo and video shoot so you walk away with content that's ready to post and that you're proud of. Weekly check-ins so nothing slips through the cracks and you stay on track and accountable. and community support and quarterly group learning calls. And of course, not to mention Slack messaging support for when those questions pop up. And the coaching is not a course, it's not a membership you'll just forget about. It's actually me working alongside you for 6 months, personally and one-to-one. Because I've seen what happens when coaches try to do this alone, trust me. They start strong, then life gets in the way, then 3 months later they're back to posting sporadically and feeling guilty about it. That is not a knowledge problem, that is actually a support problem. So if you're an established coach 5+ years in, you do not need more information. You actually need someone in your corner. Someone who understands the fitness industry, someone who has been both sides of the camera and knows what actually works. You need a partner, not another course. And if that sounds what you've been looking for, DM me, Elevate on Instagram, or click the link below in the description to book a call. We'll have a quick conversation about where you're at and whether it's the right fit for you and your coaching business. And of course, if you found this helpful, subscribe for more videos like this every week. I'll see you in the next video.